Wayne standing as the caller takes the field.
Good job.
Test one, test. Are we live? I think we're live, Kevin.
Yeah, it feels more like a cool, maybe May night, 80, 75 degrees. It feels nice, but just not the type of weather you think you would get this time of year. A lot of times it's freezing cold that last game or two.
Absolutely. I know you're a warm weather kind of guy,
Yes.
but it's unseasonably warm tonight here at RMC Stadium. It's senior night. This will be the last time these seniors step foot on this field as a Trumann Wildcats. And because next week we were already guaranteed in the playoffs to go to Star City to play, no matter what happens here tonight. Of course we want to win this game. This is against the Harrisburg Hornets. And last year they kind of started a tradition called Battle for the Ridge. And I was noticing on Coach Cook's Facebook page that they've made a trophy that says Battle for the Ridge. and looks pretty awesome. So we took it last year, and whoever wins tonight will take it home, and hopefully we can keep it right here with us.
And we got, of course, all of our seniors captains tonight, and then Eli Evett, Worm, and Peyton Callahan went out to midfield to do the coin toss. And we'll see what the Wildcats have in store. But yeah, senior night, pre-game, they recognize band, golf, all your fall sports, football, and I think 34, 35 kids. So a good senior class, and we appreciate everything they've done for this school and for this community. And we've had some exciting games to watch them be a part of over the years, and they'll remember this night the rest of their lives. And this is a special night for them.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what's good about honoring all those seniors in every sport, as well as doing it right here on the football field. We got another packed out house tonight. If you've never taken we say this every broadcast, but if you've never taken in a game here at RMC Stadium, you're really missing out. And we're just happy to be here and happy to be in the playoffs, and hopefully you come out and keep that trophy right where it belongs, right here in the city of Trumann.
Yeah, Rivercrest playing great, or Trumann playing great ball right now. You know, we did come off a loss last week against Rivercrest, but Rivercrest is going to be a second finisher in our conference behind Pocahontas, and they only got beat by 7 by them. I mean,
So
it was
happy.
a tough. You
So
did
happy.
great.
Yeah.
So happy.
That was
There
great.
we go. I
So
love
happy.
Got Miss
I love
Kathy
it.
Roach in here with us. She's
Yeah.
getting the crowd fired up.
So happy.
Yeah,
Living the life.
that's
There
right.
we go. There we go.
So our Wildcats are about to take the field, John, and I think they're wanting to come out and finish their last regular season game with a big win over Harrisburg.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, our entrance has got to be a little bit intimidating to any team coming in. It's college level.
I'm telling you, I mean, the facilities that we have here, this entrance, got the music turned up loud, you got the spirit line out there.
And the Wildcats are about to make their way through the spirit lines. We can see them peeking out of the football tunnel, the helmet tunnel. Almost gives me chills every
It
time.
does, yep. You see those American flags coming out, along with the Truman flag.
Being escorted by the seniors, and they let them out of the tunnel. And I was told before the game, this is kind of unofficial, but I believe Murphy Williams is about 20 yards shy of hitting the 1,000-yard mark this year rushing, and he's about 300 yards shy from hitting 4,000 total yards for his junior and senior year.
So we're going to see a lot of number 2
Yeah,
out there.
I got a feeling number 2 is going to have the ball.
Number 2, I mean, he'll probably break that 20 yards on his first,
Yeah.
snap from center.
300's tough. I mean,
300 is going to be tough, but hey, you know what? He probably got close to that last week. He had a whole bunch of yards in Rivercrest.
he's
I'm
played
not sure
well
how
the
many
last
he had,
2
but
weeks.
man, I'm telling you.
You know, this Wildcat offense, we've talked about it over and over again, but, outside of Murphy, they have other weapons. I mean, you got Cade Hatton that can, ran for about 150 yards last home game. You got Worm, the big back in the backfield that can put up some yards for you. They're missing Gavin Morgan, the senior, down with an injury, but...
They're missing, what's his name?
Rico Hunt?
Rico.
Gavin
Rico last
and-
week got hurt. Or 2 weeks ago. Jake Osmond is back this
Jake,
week after
yes.
after being out last week.
Jake's
And,
another threat.
Coda Cameron, who I was thinking of, he had a hamstring injury last week. All right, Cade Hatton going to take it.
He's a playmaker, Cade is, but good field position to start the game.
Yep, he's going to take it down to
About the 35-yard line.
35. Oops, that back. We can see that. Turn that off there. We can see that. Again, we're going to try to watch the screen. It's kind of hard to do because we know that the feed is a little bit behind and our audio is a little bit in front. So it's like we're predicting what's happening, but really it's it's the feed. So it's again last week all the ninth graders moved up and the freshmen, and so we got a lot of them on the sidelines tonight as well. And some of them I'm sure are going to get some good quality play time.
Yeah, we'll try to point him out to you, but if you want to know a little bit about the future of these Wildcats, several good freshmen, but one in particular, Gavin Cubitt. We'll see him on the defensive line tonight, and he's kind of doesn't know his own strength. He's just a big athletic kid.
I think he's number 36.
We're in 36 now?
I believe it's 36. I don't know. I can't remember. I was on the sidelines last week. He may be 56.
He made a few tackles last week.
Oh man, I'll tell you that first snap, that Rivercrest kid never saw him coming. No. I guess they didn't have any film on him. And there goes Murphy. He's going to pick up several yards on that run. And anyway, Gavin blew that kid up, and I felt sorry for the other kid. I was like, wow, man, what a play! But our future is bright with those freshmen for sure.
Yeah, you got quite a few out there that will see significant playing time next year, and these Wildcats, it's under Coach Phillips, they continue to reload. I mean, we've got a competitive team year after year, and we lost a lot of seniors off the team last year, but have come back out and made the playoffs again.
Absolutely. It's the grit and grind that we have on this team. Murphy with the first down run there.
John, I think they started the game here early tonight, I guess.
They did. They started it early tonight because they're trying to get ahead of the storm. They had to push everything forward. I know several other schools have done that as well. Hopefully we get this game in before the rain comes.
Wildcats pick up a first down. Harrisburg, I meant to look at their schedule before we got here tonight, and I didn't. I think they are kind of having a rebuilding year. It's been a little bit of a down year for the Harrisburg Hornets. Short drive, though. Just 15 minutes up the road, down the road. Williams avoids the sack there.
Gets out of it and takes off running. I think he broke that 20 yards already that we were talking about. So.
Murphy, he should be officially over 1,000 yards.
Over 1,000 yards this season, and that's a big accomplishment. I mean, it is. Congratulations, Murphy. That's a big run there. I gotta give a shout out to Kimberly Stewart. She's a Harrisburg Hornet fan because she comes from Harrisburg, but works at Trumann schools and had both of her kids graduate from Trumann, so she knows it. I'm pretty sure she's cheering on those Wildcats tonight.
I bet she is.
Oh, we got him to jump.
Well, I guess you could say we stole, or we got the riddles here. Of course, Kobe's going to have a chance to still win a state championship in golf, one of the better golfers in Class 4.
Oh, yeah.
In the state, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Unbelievable golfer.
Harrisburg family.
And, they're from Harrisburg as well and moved over here to God's country here in Trumann. So,
Wildcat country.
On this side of the ridge.
We'll see what the Wildcats have dialed up here, and they're playing their game. Milk the clock, pick up big yards.
That's it.
That's what we do.
That's exactly right. See if anybody get him a jump again. You never know. He didn't start early that time. It's a good pass out to Parker McNair, senior. And my neighbor.
He's a playmaker.
Yep, there he goes. Looks like a first down. Good pitch and catch right there.
That's about 11 yards after the initial contact. It looked like Harrisburg had 8 to 9 down linemen on that play.
I think they thought we were going to run that ball.
It looked like a goal line defense.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. But they're not going to play any safeties unless throw it.
No.
So that's.
We snuck one in on Rivercrest last week.
We did. That was a phenomenal football play and for a touchdown.
Play clocks.
There's a flag.
Face mask.
See what's that.
Well, it must have been offsetting. I saw a face mask on the defense, so.
I'm going to bring up still first down again, so I guess that's going to.
It's like that play never happened.
It just disappeared. Offsetting face mask. Is that what he said? Offsetting face mask?
You don't see that much.
No, huh? He's yelling at the clock. Get it rolling. We don't have to mess with that anymore.
Yeah, that ain't us.
No, that ain't us. They do junior high. That's all right.
Hey,
Cade with the end around. He's going to get the yardage back.
He just
Down for a first down.
he knows how to run in the holes. I mean, he hits
he
them.
He's elusive. And I thought we talked about him being shifty. That just means he can shift from one side to the other quickly, and he's done that all year long. And he's come up huge. There's Jake Osmond coming back in.
Good to see Jake Osmond back out on the field, and I know he didn't want to set out, but
With that protocol, he had to sit out for a game, and now he's back, and we got at least 2 or 3 people out there that can throw the ball right here. I hope we see some fancy stuff. It's gonna be he's gonna try to get it.
He pulls it in. Ephraim.
He pulls it in. There we go. Touchdown.
Garcia hesitated for a second.
Yes. Touchdown Wildcats.
There we go. So Murphy Williams.
That's it. Garcia's our kicker. Man, he's really good too. I mean, he's got good hands. He made a phenomenal catch in Gosnell a few weeks ago, and then pulls one in right there. When we spread it out like that, they're not used to that. These teams don't do this all the time. So
they're not practicing that during the week. The defense isn't.
No, they didn't know who to cover on that one. That was good. Now he's going to kick his own. He's going to kick his own extra point here. Looking good. He got all 7 of those.
Good start for Garcia and the Wildcats, and we did our thing, marched the ball down the field. A couple of penalties I know they'll probably want to clean up, but it's early in the game. Got a lot of excitement, and there's always a little extra excitement around senior night. These guys getting the feel for this will be the last time they step out here, and it's can be an emotional night.
Yeah, that's it's pretty special. What is Garcia? He's not. Is he a senior?
I think he's a junior.
24. Yeah. Okay, we'll have him back next year. I talk to these kids. My daughter dates Preston Wood. And Preston, he doesn't have a whole lot of mass on him. I told him I'm gonna have to teach him how to eat.
He does, yeah.
But I told him, hey, get out here and start kicking.
Yeah.
Get out here and start kicking. I try to convince him all the time. Kick. I said, get with Garcia. Let him teach you how to kick. And because high
few and far between.
It's huge in high school. It's huge. You be able to even drive it down, even kick a 25, 30, 40-yard field goal in high school is rare.
You usually only see like the top classes. You see it.
And so I mean, what better weapon could you have? Especially like a 2-minute drill to get it down there
and then kick the field
goal for the win, not have to worry about getting touchdowns all the time. So, kids out there, if you're listening, learn how to kick. Play soccer. Play soccer and learn how to kick.
And Garcia, they hadn't cut him loose, but I think he could boot about 30-yard. Oh, Trumann get it.
Could. I think he fell on it at the very end. Harrisburg did. I like them onside kicks.
Yeah, and Coach Phillips is consistent.
Yeah, I'm an onside kick fan.
And we have recovered some big ones this year.
Oh yeah, the one we recovered last week at Rivercrest on the very first play of the game was one of the best I've seen in high school, and that changes the whole momentum, of the game.
It does, because you're getting good field position. Everybody's kind of lit up on that front line because you come flying in.
They like to spread it out and throw it around a little bit too here. They're coming after them though.
Option, quarterback's
going to keep it.
I can see the senior lineman, Big Aiden McKay, down there, and he's happy as the Wildcats went down and scored, and the offensive line did their job, opened up some big holes for those backs.
Oh, he dropped his glass. Oh, sorry about that. I was watching that live.
Yeah, it's
sorry. Sometimes I look up and watch it live. But yeah, the little screen pass there, we were all over it. He wasn't going anywhere if he caught it. I mean, he's probably happy he didn't catch it because he had two people right there in his face about to plow him. So
looks like the Wildcats have done some moving around on defense due to injuries. Tony Postel, sophomore, playing middle linebacker, and it looks like Worm is playing linebacker with him. Parks McNair at outside linebacker, and Cade Hatton over here on the near side with Gavin Greenwell playing the safety. Just off the incomplete pass.
incomplete pass. We'll bring up 4th down. 4th and long. Like 4th and 8. Right on the 50-yard line.
It's kind of a tough call if you're Harrisburg. I mean, you almost have to punt this early in the game, but you think, man, field position and.
Looks like they're going to go for it unless he's going to pooch it. Oh, he's going back for a pass.
Backs.
Hey, we got it. Interception. Lost yardage.
Yeah, that's
and one of those you knock it down. One of those you want to get the
that is
you want to get the INT, but if
that's
we knock that down, we get 10 more yards.
That's a freshman.
Yeah.
Freshman just got
Who
the
was that?
interception.
Who-
Donovan.
Donovan, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
so
Yeah, he's our quarterback for the junior high team.
And I bet his daddy's about to lose his
Oh
mind
yeah,
down there on the
let's go Wildcats! Yeah, I love it. And I don't know. It's exciting when he's at the game.
Yeah.
Last week he was at Rivercrest, and the chain gang guy. He said, "Is he ever going to lose his voice?" I was like, "No, he doesn't.
he's
I
done
don't
this
know
for
how he
years.
does it. Yeah, he's done that for years. He has a well-trained voice.
Yeah.
he is a true Wildcat fan, and
Yes.
that's.
I
it's
saw him
fun to have
sprint in front
around.
of the crowd once down through the bleachers. He follows them down the field.
Oh, there we go.
Big run.
Murphy with another big run.
So Murphy off to a good start tonight.
He's trying to get that 300. Isn't
He
he?
is. He's wanting to get it.
He
And
breaks
he
up?
might. I mean, combined between passing and rushing, he
Yeah.
might
Is that
push
what
it.
is that?
I think
is that
that's
all
total
yards?
yard. Yeah,
Total
total
yards.
yards.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's probably at 100 already.
Good crowd on hand again for the. I mean, and you can't say it's because it's senior night. You mentioned it earlier. Truman
Right.
just supports their football team.
They do absolutely, and it's fun. It's fun to see. These kids will never forget this kind of thing.
And I have to admit, it's harder to watch the screen and
It
not
is.
live.
It's hard to watch the screen, but they're a little bit behind, and I don't want to be predicting
Yeah.
it.
So Ebbett up the middle with that one, and
I guess we could have just sat at home and done this. If we just had a microphone,
That's
we could
right. We just need a
could have sat at home and watched it if we were just going to watch the screen. But anyway, man, it's been a good year here. We've only had 4 home games here for senior high, and next year that's going to change a little bit. Hopefully we'll have 6 or 7. But we've always had a good time up here.
We do, and we say it every year. Eventually, we'll figure out how to do some of these away games. Maybe even if it's key away games.
Yeah,
not all of them. but-
Yeah, some big conference games, and we'll figure it out one of these years. And
Again, the Wildcats.
timeout for the Wildcats.
Wildcats. They'll travel to Star City next week, and that
Star City.
it's. You can call it bad luck. I don't know. I guess you got to win them all if you're going to do anything. But that's a tough conference. You got Warren, Star City, DeWitt. I mean, some of the better teams in 4A. It's a lot like our conference. It's almost the 2 best conferences face each other in the first round.
Right. We played. I don't know. The Pocahontas game was where we got exposed the most, but I'll tell you, they got a really good football team. They got a really good quarterback. He's 4 touchdowns away from the state record, and I think he'll probably get that tonight against Highland, just because he's that good. Not because because Highland's a solid football team.
Yeah, they are. He's
just that good, and it's going to be exciting to see them go, and as well as Rivercrest and Gosnell and everybody that gets to go this year.
All good football teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a Trumann Wildcat through and through, but I like to see these other teams successful as well that are in our conference.
Out wide to Jake Osment, and he'll pick up about 5 or 6.
Yeah, Jake was on the sidelines last week, just grinding his teeth.
Yeah.
He couldn't wait to get back out there.
Yeah, it's hard for an athlete to stand over and watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jake's in the mix right now, but he will be the heir apparent to Murphy Williams next year, so he'll be the main guy in the backfield most of the time.
goes Katie.
And there's Hatton. He's off to the races. Makes a cut, another cut.
Get in there.
Oh.
Down at the 5-yard line. Great run right there by Kate Hatton.
I think Kate Hatton, to me, it's hands down, he should be all conference this year.
No,
as a
absolutely,
junior.
no doubt.
He has had
No
a
doubt.
phenomenal on both sides of the ball.
Right, absolutely. You know what? And I hope Ray here tonight. And he almost had to pay some money right there. Maybe they'll pay him off right here. Let him get in the end zone.
So Murphy has officially broke the record or not the record. He has eclipsed 1,000 yards on the ground this year. He's got 24 yards on 3 carries early on here in the game.
Amy Henderson says she's. Oh, hey, touchdown!
Touchdown,
I was looking
Wildcats.
at the chat. Amy Henderson says she's watching from Mammoth Spring. She's a long time watcher.
Yeah.
Well, this year watcher, I guess. Touchdown for the Wildcats right there. It's Eli Evatt, senior, another senior punching it in.
Amy, have somebody go out and shoot a deer. Tell Brent we need some deer sausage.
I need some deer
Shoot
sausage.
a deer while you're at
Maybe a
Spring.
little back strap whenever you get a chance. So I don't guess I'm going to get to go to opening day next week because
Usually always go.
I think I'm going to go to the football game this year. I got to carry the bell, so
Yeah.
you know, I mean, when the bell calls, I have to go. You
Yeah.
know, so I'm excited. Yeah, a lot of times I miss the away playoff games, but I think we're going to make the trip this year.
And if you get a chance this week, I'm sure there'll be some information out there. The school usually does a Veterans Day assembly on Friday. I think,
Yep.
you know, a good opportunity to come out, you know, give your veterans a little bit of, you know, just say thank you.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just,
Absolutely. Yeah, they do a good program. What happened? Did they not score? Were we not paying attention?
I guess it must have been some type of penalty. Yeah, they signaled
So-
touchdown.
so
We didn't lose our minds. We got to talking,
We
but
got to talk about deer hunting, and we have no idea what's going on with the
they
game.
signaled touchdown.
Yeah, they signaled touchdown. They must have called it back. We don't know what's going on here. We got 5:39:38 left in the. I'll leave the scoreboard. We're about just a couple seconds behind, but anywho, yeah, we're still trying to punch it in. It's 2nd down and 4.
Wildcats were set up by a big run by Kate Hatton.
It's going to be Murphy into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, get it that
Good run
time.
right there, but yeah, they got it that time. Murphy Senior deserved it. He punched that in for a touchdown. I thought it was Worm, but it come back. It was Murphy, and that's good. That's good.
Again,
Yeah.
his-
I want all the seniors to score. I don't know
Yeah.
if they can make that happen or not, but somehow let's get all the seniors to score.
We've got Murphy's fan base right in front of us. They always, I guess, the Williams clan and
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
Harnesses.
Got
They're
out
all
there
down
has
in front.
Murphy's uncle and on his
I
shirt.
even see Scott Brown's big old head down there.
Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah. You know, I'm
Uncle,
surprised.
Murphy's
Scott,
uncle.
yeah, I guess he's had to come watching, but you know, Scott, Hoxie's playing a big game tonight against Walnut Ridge. You know,
Yeah.
it's basically the same town, but if you're from there, you can't say that, and they get really mad when
Oh,
you
they
say
do.
that.
That's a big deal there,
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh,
I didn't know
yeah.
that, but it is.
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
Uh-oh.
The Hoxie Walnut Ridge game, anytime they
Murphy
play.
limping a little bit.
Murphy's
Hopefully it's just, he's shook up just a hair. He's walking on his own.
And you got about
Leaning.
200 more yards before he can.
Yeah, yeah, he can't stop that now.
Yeah, he can't stop now. So hopefully he'll be all right.
Yeah, his mom doesn't look too alarmed.
He's
And
walking a little faster.
we'll get some tape on that thing. Be all right.
What do you think about the gold pants, Kevin? I think you like those, don't you?
I like the gold pants. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a fan of them.
Yeah, I do too.
I would like to see us do the gold shiny helmets.
Oh,
Truman's
yeah.
never had that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And I often talk about Shiloh Christian. They're one of my favorite football teams. But anyway, when they showed up, the very first game we opened RMC Stadium, they had on an all white uniform with that gold helmet.
Ooh, I bet
And
that-
man, it was sharp. One of the best uniforms I've seen. Of course, everywhere I go, I see Shiloh Christian, and they always look sharp. They
Yeah.
always have really nice uniforms. So, but yeah, maybe someday we'll get the get the gold. That would be kind of cool. But I do like the black too.
Oh, yeah.
and,
No, it is.
and the old gold. I think there's a huge argument around here about Vegas gold and old gold. But I'm an old gold fan, and Vegas gold's okay, but old gold's where everybody's heart's at.
And it's hard to find.
Yeah,
I mean, you get out there and
it's hard to
search.
find.
It's
Yeah.
just really hard to find.
So, but I do like the gold pants, and
And the cheerleaders throwing out the footballs, man.
they got the purple. Is the purple for? Is that what type of cancer is that what that's for? I think that's a certain type of.
I think it
cancer
is. I
that
think purple's either.
represents-
I want to say colon or prostate, but
Is it?
I think
Okay. Yeah.
it's colon. But
Well, I wish there was like a World Wide Web. Maybe you could look that up.
I know.
Something
We're
like-
used to the encyclopedia days.
We had if I had Encyclopedia Britannica up here.
John's going to do that, but we're better at guessing.
Yeah, if there was a I wish there was like an internet superhighway, maybe invented by maybe an ex-vice president Al Gore.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he did a lot of research on
I think
the internet.
I think he did. I think he invented it. But anyway, if we had something like that to look that up, we could probably. Oh, that's another onside kick. It's just different. Just a different onside kick. Get the ball. I think we got that.
I think we got
that.
it. Truman's
Are they pointing?
signaling that they got
They
it.
signal? That's just a higher onside kick. Is all that was.
Yeah, and
Let's
Truman
go.
does.
Truman
There we
Wildcat
go.
football. There we go.
So the Wildcats' chance to go up 3 scores here in the first quarter. 5:10 to go in the first quarter.
All right, hold on a second. Let me get to. First down and 10, Truman. Jason Stewart just told me that it was pancreatic cancer. So they
were all wrong
They
on
either
that.
knew that or they Googled it. So thank you. And my wife said that at the same time. They must be watching the game together. But thank you for that. We knew it was something. I had Googled it, and there's a whole bunch of different purples, but it's like a light purple and a dark purple. Murphy's going to be back to pass. Long pass. Underthrown just a tad.
Kind of got a little wobbly on him there.
Oh yeah. Justin threw a flag from all the way up here in the booth for pass interference, but I guess the referees out there didn't see it that way.
And I think with the ball being a little bit underthrown, that limits them, to pull out that flag maybe sometimes.
Five referees. I thought we usually had more than 5 referees.
Good old Eddie Hillis. I think the last time Eddie Hillis was
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
he took a grand exit.
Yeah, that was the West Side game,
Yeah.
I believe. Oh, they got him a jump every single time.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. Oh, big fall
Yeah.
right there. And who's that? 52.
He took one for the team.
Yeah. Evan. Go ahead and here's your Emmy. Here's your Emmy for that. Him barely touching you, then you falling on the ground.
Evan, a junior, he'll be back next year. That's one of the concerns of the Wildcats going into this season was they had a lot of playmakers, but they were limited on the line. But luckily, they stayed fairly healthy on the line this year, and I think they played well to be so short-staffed. He led him just a little too much.
A little. Yeah, I mean he's quick. He's just not that quick for that one. He didn't turn on his afterburners and catch that one.
And not very often do you see the Wildcats this early in the game open up with 2 pass plays.
And we might not need to be talking about this, but maybe they're showing something to Star City.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I know and I'm not saying the word. I love it. I love to be able to do this. Look how many people are in the box. Well, they literally have 9 now, 8 now. They fall back. They were showing blitz.
I'd like to see a good old post route.
Yeah, there goes Kate again with another run for a first down.
Hatton, he's a couple of carries and about 25 yards. He's averaging about 10, 12 yards a carry.
He's going to try to get all 300 yards for Murphy tonight. So.
And again, Cade's a junior. That's one that'll be back. We got Carson Smith in that junior class, Gavin Greenwell. So a lot of experience coming back for these Wildcats next year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to help. And with what we got coming up from the junior high team, we're gonna be contenders once again.
Williams drops back.
Trying to get away from him. He got sacked.
Murphy's got to get rid of that ball, but he had a guy right on his heels. It looked like he got outside the tackles. And
Sometimes you got to know when to hold them, when to fold them. That was time to fold them right there. Should have put his cards in the middle of the table, but decided to hold on all the way to the end, and that's how you go broke. So it's going to move us back. I mean, it seems we're moving the ball at will tonight, and we're playing really well, passing it around, getting our run. So that was just the first setback really that we've had.
Well, a lot of people don't think about it too. A game like this, and I'm not counting Harrisburg out, but if you can get kind of a lead, like you said, you can work on some things.
Yes, absolutely. That's what they're doing. I think they're just. See, there you go. Murphy got it all back. Almost all of it back right there.
So Murphy said, "Guys, I took the sack, but let me go get the yards back."
Let me get it back. And that's what a leader does. It's like, hey, I may have messed up here, but I'm gonna come back and bring it right back where it needs to be. So it'll be third down about 7. Big Eli Everett Worms coming back out. We'll go ahead and call this play. He's going to do that spin. He's going to do that spin move, and he's going to run it right up the gut. He's going to spin off the tackle and just go right up the gut. We're going to get all these yards. And he may even get a touchdown. They're packing it in. They know exactly what's coming. Nope, it's going to be a handoff to Cade. He's going to take it out to the left side this time. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down and more. That's why we're up here. That's why we're not calling plays.
That's exactly right.
They try to get them to jump. Where he does that little jump. Who is that? 30 does that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Callahan. He does the little jump and tries to get them. And when that doesn't work, then now you have your tight end on the other side to make that lead block, and that's exactly what happened. So.
Good block, good cuts by Cade, and Hatton off to a stellar offensive start tonight.
First and goal for the Wildcats. There's that spin I was talking about. There's that spin right there.
They saved it for the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I was one play behind, Worm. One play behind. So that's the spin we were talking about. Touchdown Wildcats. Eli Everett, senior, punches it in.
This will be the biggest lead the Wildcats have had on anyone in the first quarter this year. 2:22 to go, and they're up by 3 scores. And this will lead to a lot of underclassmen getting some playing time tonight too, which is wonderful.
Good. I mean, so they can, absolutely. You like to have these type of last games. First of all, senior night, the seniors get to enjoy the sidelines a little bit. They typically don't get to enjoy because they're playing every down.
Keep everybody healthy.
And keeps everybody healthy for next week. And kicks up and good. Garcia puts it through. Efren does. So it's going to be 21-0. Wildcats lead with 2:22 left in the first quarter. Man, what a first quarter's been. It's like I feel like we're talking about everything but football, just because the football is kind of speaking for itself tonight as we're playing really, really good football. So we recovered the onside kick. That's why we were able to get that extra series there.
Star City, I hate to be moving on, but they will be 9-1 when we face them. They're showing they're 9-1 right now, so I don't know if they're off tonight, but I'm guessing their one loss I think came to
Shiloh Christian. No,
Warren.
that's
their one loss,
Warren?
28-27, and I think that was overtime. I'm not for sure, but Warren put Trumann out of the playoffs last year, but I have to remind everybody, if you've heard the name Traylon Burks, first round draft pick this year to the Titans, he's from Warren. Played for the Razorbacks.
Right, absolutely.
I think he's got a younger brother on that team, or at least that's what the coach had said last year. So
he's going to boot it long this time. It goes out of bounds, so it's going to be a flag. And
I tell you, that ball takes a bounce the other direction. Truman gets on that.
That's exactly
There's no
right.
white jerseys around.
Yeah, he was kind of just letting that go, and that would have been awesome. Pick it up, and put it right in the end zone. Yeah. Oh man, this place has gone crazy.
Yes, they would have.
But sometimes that's the way the ball bounces. It bounced out of bounds, and so we're gonna
Well, I want to see this defense play a little bit of ball. They're led up on the nose guard, big Carson Smith down there, and he's had 4 or 5 sacks this year. And
Man, Carson's played
plays
great. Junior, he's a junior as well.
so hard, plays hard.
Yeah, he's a beast in the weight room. Just like his dad, Justin. Justin's always been known for being a beast in the weight room.
That's right.
So he does the same. And
that was Cubitt, I think. Yeah, Cubitt's in there now.
Oh, fumble! They picked it up. They saying he was down. Then he was down.
Tony Postel thought he had him on.
Tony Jr. just picked it up and.
But yeah, Cubitt is in there, so he's number 35. It looks
35?
like.
I knew it was 30 something.
So he'll be lying down.
Yeah, 35. Yeah, you can tell he's a beast.
And he was in the backfield that time.
Yeah, he's that quarterback better watch out. He had a choice to move up this year, and he decided to stay where he wanted to play with his ninth grade class, and that's very, very commendable, very respectable of him. But now he's getting to play, and I mean he really has the best of both worlds. He got to play with his class, and now he gets to play these last few games with the senior high team. And he's just that kind of athlete. He's able to do that.
And they say his motor goes 110 all the time, and he's a good kid. Plays with a lot of passion, a lot of emotion. Yeah,
my son got to hang out with him. Jet Ski got to hang out with Cubitt on Halloween, and they became friends. And
I was hearing nothing but good things.
Good kid to look up to for football, for sure.
He got back that time.
Oh, he just jumped. He just jumped. Get back.
He's wanting back there.
Get back. Bad. Yeah, he's trying to eat it up.
And this crowd, he's got a ton of support. Last week at Rivercrest, he had several people clapping when he got in the game.
As soon as they call his name on a loudspeaker, the crowd went crazy. He gets back there this time. There we go. There we go.
That
was Donovan again. Yeah,
Donovan with an interception, tackle for a loss.
He's quick. Dallas' brother played on the Pee Wee football team, and man, he's going to be a good 7th grade next year. Yeah, Dallas is a good kid as well, and football player.
Hey, that's a big deal to be a freshman and be out on the football field on Friday night.
Yeah, exactly right.
Look out there right now, the majority of that defense is back next year.
This is 4th down again. This may be a punt. We'll see. Yeah,
we grabbed the snap.
We grabbed the snap. He tried to fake that.
Is that Cubitt?
Yeah, Cubitt. And Cubitt just got an interception.
Yeah, he just grabbed it.
We told him he was good.
Yeah, hey,
we're sitting there talking about how good he is. Look at that. Cubitt.
You can't teach that.
I love that. I love that, dude. He was in the backfield so quick that he was able to pick that up.
Man, good for him.
And get that interception.
It's just like it was right there.
He's stupid good.
I don't know if Justin can get us a replay of that
I don't know if he grabbed a replay or not, but man, I'm telling you, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Very nice. The boss, Zane Nance, in here with us.
Yeah, there's the boss just coming through. The other Mr. Nance.
Guys, I see J. Paul's out of soda. Somebody better get him some.
Yeah, he's gonna be thirsty. It's gonna be hard. He's called a lot of first downs.
Yeah, he has tonight.
That happens. And we had to talk a lot early too because of the senior night. So
we had 30-something kids, which is good. I mean, you want strong senior classes. They honored golf, band, football tonight, and senior cheer.
Man, we're sorry, Miss Kimberly.
Not a good night to be a Hornet.
It's these Trumann Wildcats showed up to play. I think that's just motivation for them. They had that big trophy in there that it's senior night. They're fired up. They're ready to go. And
I wish they would have toted it out onto the field, kind of like the Golden Boot. They need to set it. I don't know if they've got it set in the end zone.
I'm not sure where it's at. Yeah, it needs to be sitting out somewhere for sure.
Somebody needs to go get that thing, set it out.
Get that thing at halftime, especially since we're winning big right now.
So the Wildcats, with obviously great field position here, they're going to be on about the 24-yard line, 23-yard line.
Who is Fish? You know Fish? Amy says hopefully Fish will get a big one.
Fisher?
Oh, Fisher. Oh, Fisher. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. I wasn't. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
never
deer
heard
hunting, yeah.
I never heard him called Fish. Okay, yeah, okay. Sorry, Amy. I'm not very smart.
Hey, you tell Fish that
Yeah.
I'm calling dibs on at least one sausage. I mean, some jerky would be good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some of that jerky.
Tenderloin for breakfast. God.
Oh, man, there's nothing.
Can't beat it.
Dude, my mouth is watering right now thinking about some backstraps and fried potatoes and biscuits and gravy and just all that deer camp food. Jake Osmond
love
back.
it.
Jake Osmond in the game is quarterback now. Back to pass. He's got
Completion
who's
right
that?
off the
Who's
bat.
that?
That is going to be.
There we go. Parks him there. Parks with a slant. There's a flag on the play. Flag down. I'm not sure what happened.
That's usually the area of holding. I
Yeah.
hope not, but we probably won't see it tonight. But Cubitt, we were talking a little bit about him. His last home junior high game had about a 60-yard completion for a touchdown, or could have been a touchdown. He stopped to run over somebody. They said he loves contact.
Yeah. All right, hold on. I got instructions from my wife or something here. It says, mention the cheer competition tomorrow.
There it is.
Junior high is at 9:06 in the morning, and senior high at 9:54. Okay, so tomorrow at Brooklyn, there's going to be a cheer competition, and like I just said, 9:06 for junior high, and senior high is at 9:54. So, you know, our senior high got 4th in the state last year in cheer, and they're hoping to do that again this year.
Well, you get to see, you can see 3 of the final 4 teams. Rivercrest, Brooklyn will both be there, and it's a long. I think Dance is up there as well. I talked to somebody from JHS.
Seems like a long day.
Yeah.
It seems like a long day. I am a cheer dad,
Oh, I don't miss those days. a lot.
but fortunately, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it tomorrow because Jet Ski has basketball practice with the one and only Ben Turner tomorrow. So
oh yeah, you can't miss that.
no, he needs to practice. There's Jake
Jake
Osmond
Osmond.
with another big run.
He's got the first
Got
down
the
and more.
first down for sure. So yeah, you know, Ben does real good. He does real good with a lot of
That's good.
the small kids at least, and he worked well. I think he works all the way.
Luke
up
got to
with
work out with him
yeah,
last week.
Yeah, I think he works
Yeah.
all the way up with senior high kids with Luke and everybody. And man, I'm telling you, he phenomenal basketball player and also a really good personal coach. So
And he works them.
yeah, he does. He works them.
It's not come up here and play around.
And,
outright.
and you know, and what I noticed, I hadn't been in there very much because I wanted him to do his thing, but he breaks it down so simple for these kids to understand
Yeah.
the game, and I guess probably what some coaches did for him at some point, and yeah, we're always happy to go see Ben.
Yeah, Ben, probably the best basketball player to ever come through this school. I mean, I think I can safely say
Yeah, I
that.
think
And
He's right up there.
even a better kid. But yeah, I'm glad to see him giving back to the community. And that's a touchdown Wildcats.
Does that have it again?
That's a worm.
Miss Worm wormed his way in there. Another touchdown for the Wildcats.
So the Wildcats up 4 scores, and we're just 27 seconds into the second quarter. Madeline Henley. I think, is that Madeline?
I don't know who that is. Is that Madeline?
No.
I can't see it.
No, it's not. She'll
I don't know. I don't know that cheerleader.
It's a senior.
Is a senior cheerleader?
Yeah, all the seniors I've just noticed are wearing sashes that say senior.
Ah, okay, yeah,
So it's a new thing.
Oh, that is a new thing. Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Kick is up.
I didn't get a. Did you get a sash? I didn't
It
get
was
a sash.
good. I know.
We didn't get a sash.
And we do have a drawing at halftime for FBLA. They giving away a $1,500 purse. In my mind, there's no purse worth $1,500, but they're giving away one. And
I bet your wife has a ticket in there.
she does, and I probably won't win, but I told her if we won it, she's selling it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I didn't get
absolutely.
a commitment on that.
Yeah. When we win that, we got us $1,000 purse to sell.
Yeah.
So we'll. I mean, I will lose money on that.
I will
too. Yeah, I had no idea they were giving that away. That's great. That's great. Was it? I wonder if it was donated to them, and then they're able to. I see them down there.
No, they actually bought it.
Is that Miss Austin right there
Yeah,
selling
yeah,
tickets
Miss
right there?
Austin's selling them. But yeah,
Yeah.
they bought it. She's got the gift receipt. But the FBLA is traveling to Orlando for a national conference next week, so they'll get to be with some of the best and brightest FBLA members from across the country,
Yeah.
and good opportunity for a small town like Trumann to send kids to
That's
that.
great. That is great. So,
Of course, basketball season, girls kick off next week.
man, it's right
Boys
around the
in
corner, isn't it?
less than 2 weeks. I'm excited. I mean,
You know, I watched their sports day, or that they did their media day that they did the other day, and that was you know, I didn't realize that the senior high boys had lost 7 seniors.
Oh yeah, big, yeah, a lot.
All their starting 5.
A lot of playing time.
So, you know, and they asked Coach Phelan, how do you rebuild a team? And the very first thing he said was weight room. We hit the weight room. We've hit it hard, and I think that we've talked about that in the past. How no fair catch. He's just going to run that thing.
Oh, he's got a lane.
He's got a little bit of lane. This game ain't over yet. And so, anyway, he talks about hitting the weight room, and we've discussed this before on broadcast that that the football team and the basketball team started working out together,
which is a great.
And I think that builds a lot of morale. It builds a lot of team building. Do a lot of team building things. A lot of competition there, and so. And they've gotten a lot stronger, and that's what he said. You're gonna notice a definite difference in these guys in uniform this year than last year. But man, we're gonna have a good basketball team. I know we had some key injuries from football in basketball, but hopefully those guys will get better quick.
Well, they've got a good, solid young group of juniors and a couple sophomores that'll contribute. And I can vouch for it. I'm around those kids, having a kid on the team, and they've definitely put on muscle. I mean, that's what Coach Phelan and I talked about. They're filling out, and it's exciting to see what some of these kids will look like next year when they get 2 years of that.
Right, 2 years of that, and I think it's something great that they did, and we're gonna really reap the benefits of that for sure.
Once again, it sounds like a broken record, but we do have one of the toughest basketball conferences in Class 4. I mean, Blytheville, state runner-up, have got everybody back. A 4-star recruit that is committed to Ole Miss. You got Brooklyn in the conference. 4 cities joined our conference, but I think we'll compete.
Yeah, absolutely. Get in there. Get in him. Get him.
A lot of pressure, and he's forced out of bounds.
Bring up third down. I believe it's third down. Yeah, third down, about 12. Eventually chased down there by Kate Hatton. Well, with this rain coming in, I think Fisher probably will kill him one tomorrow. It's my brother, who's the best deer hunter I know. He says when that temperature drops and the weather change, that's when you need to be in the deer woods. So I'm sure Fish will be there tomorrow and kill him one.
Yeah, I've said every year I'm going to eyeball some land and I want to go, and then deer season gets around and
I do the same thing. It's like
busy.
I wish they would not do it during football season.
Yeah.
Of course, I know they try to do modern gun during the rut or whatever, and they try to predict when that's going to be. But man, it's always during football playoff time. So it just makes it hard on a guy that doesn't get to go very much. So.
Well, in Missouri, this being from Missouri yourself, there was only a 10-day gun season, and I mean, it was tight. You get one tag deer. And
right. It's fourth down again. What we got here? I think they may have called a timeout.
The play clock was ticked down all the way to 0, but I think they got the timeout.
They did get the timeout. So timeout Harrisburg Hornets. It's 28-0 with 10:27 left in the second quarter. Harrisburg has moved the ball a little bit this time, but they find themselves with a 4th and long on their side of the field, which if it's 28-0, you got to go for it. You got to go. And
you don't gain much by a punt here unless you pin them down on the 1. But
this is, since it's our last game, it's probably their last game too. Them not making the playoffs. This will be the last game for those seniors to ever step on a football field. And here in Trumann, and much respect for those guys too. They have a new coach. And it was a rebuilding year for them, and they're going to be good. They got some pretty good players. I know one of my officers worked for me. His son plays for Harrisburg. I think he's hurt right now, but Ronnie Henley's son, and they got some good players, and they'll be okay.
Well, I think it was 2 years ago. Harrisburg came over here the opening game of the season and stunned Trumann. was it a close game? I can't remember. It was a really good. I think maybe it was a really good game. We went down there last year and took care of business. Opening game of the season, but
it wasn't even close last year. But
Harrisburg's had some good teams throughout the years, and they have the struggle that a lot of small schools do. That
they moved up in the conference.
they moved up, and it's getting kids to play. So the Wildcats will
turnover on downs right there.
over.
Wildcats get the ball with good field position.
That was a long minute. We scored with 11:33. The clock's just now ticked down to 10:23, and
we don't really talk about it a whole lot, but here at the game, the students run the cameras, and with the camera you're watching is a huddle camera. That students aren't running that, but if you're here, they run the cameras that are on the scoreboard, our big video board that we have, and it's beautiful, and has worked all year long.
Yeah.
So that is an accomplishment. We finally got it fixed. We finally got it going. I don't want to talk about that too much. Find some wood to knock on, but man, we had a lot of trouble out of it, but it's going good, and those students do a phenomenal job learning the skill of following the ball and getting good shots right here for the people here in the stadium, and that just brings a lot more to the game when you're here. You can watch it on the big screen. Again, best facilities around.
Williams drops back, goes deep.
Nice pass. He got it.
Fouled in by Parks McNair.
Parks McNair going to score a touchdown. There we go. I mean, I don't know. That's going to be. He's going to get close to 300 tonight off purpose yards for sure.
Well, that right there was 64 yards.
That's 64. Yeah. There's no flags on the play. Phenomenal pitch and catch right there. Well, he threw that a good 40 yards.
Yeah, it was in the air. He was in the air for a while. I mean, couldn't have been thrown better.
Yeah, man, what a great pitch and catch right there by the senior to senior. And I tell you, Murphy Williams won't ever forget that.
They'll talk about that 20 years from now.
Yeah, they'll never forget that throw and catch right there.
60-something yard pass.
No.
Well, good for both the seniors and exciting for their families here on senior night. Kick is up.
Up and no good. No good this time. Kicked it off the side of
We
his
needed
foot,
that for a
looks like.
running clock, didn't we? Or is that
34. I'm not really sure.
I think I can't remember if it's second half or fourth quarter, but I think a 35-point lead.
Yeah.
We get a running clock.
If this was Pulaski Academy, I think we'd go ahead and onside kick here, but we're not. We're not short. We're not trying to score 100. Which I've talked about them quite a bit, but they're my second favorite high school. And
is their old coach coaching anywhere now?
No, he wasn't Presbyterian, and his method did not work in college. No. And they saw that coming. And but what I like about Kevin Kelly is the fact that he tries something different. He brings something different, and he's very data motivated and statistic motivated, and everything they do is statistic. It's kind of like the movie Moneyball. Putting the right people in the right places, and that's the team that never punts and never always goes for an onside kick and always goes for a 2-point conversion. So we do a lot. We do a lot of onside kicking as well, which I love. So.
The Wildcats couldn't have scripted it any better to be up 34 points with a lot of time left to go in just the first half.
Yeah, those players that don't get to play a whole lot, they're pretty excited right now.
They're licking their chops.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we may make it out here. Is that he's going to kick it deep this time? Kind of. Semi-deep.
Yeah, he called for
a fair catch.
He didn't get the arm up high. He better be careful there. He could have got lit up.
He got smoked by about 5 players right there.
As much as I love football, I've always said that's a job I would not want, returning punts.
Because
you got to
kickoffs. Yeah,
I would be the one that guy decided, hey, it's worth the penalty.
It's worth it.
I'm smoking.
Just unload it.
I'm surprised you don't see more of it. I mean,
again, it's 34-0. Your Wildcats leading the Harrisburg Hornets for the Battle of the Ridge. Senior night here and last home football game for the Trumann Wildcats this year as we travel next week for playoffs. Oh, that's a good tackle.
Option give.
That was
From there.
That's going Cubit again. Cubit with a big tackle right there.
Yeah, Cubit he already looks good out there as a ninth grader. I can't imagine a whole year of him being on weights.
Yeah, you know, with that tackle right there, he tackled the guy, and then he stood up and walked over. It was like he'd been there before. You know, it's like it wasn't. I'm ready for the next play. You know, it wasn't like he had to. It was a great tackle, and then the quarterback's going to turn it back the other way and pick up a few yards. Looks like there's a flag. Could be a hold probably by the guy holding his hand up, number 4, the wide receiver there. Probably got a hold.
Yeah, it was thrown right at number 4.
Yep.
That's a tough call for Harrisburg. I mean, you're struggling. You get some positive yards, and then it comes back. But kudos to the officials. If it's a hold, it's a hold.
They're going to bring it back. Yep.
Coach Phillips finishing up his 3rd year for the Wildcats. 3 good years. 3 years in the playoffs.
He's a good coach. He's a good coach, and he's got this team believing they can win. And you know, and we talk about the seniors quite a bit. You know, I mean, I made some of my hot chili for the tailgate party that didn't happen because we couldn't put our tents up in 30-mile-an-hour wind. But
I wondered where the tents were at when I pulled up.
We just decided not to put them up because they were going to get blown away, and all of our merchandise that we usually sell was like it's just pointless. But anyway, some of that hot chili that I make every single year for the Duck Festival, I made for today, because you know some people really like that stuff really hot. And Big Ethan Stewart, Big Easy, comes over with all his friends, and Stranger
put the herd on it.
Yeah, Stranger and Trenton and all of them come over, and they like hot stuff. But that was I think it was a little bit too hot for them. But
it is a different level of hot, but it's good.
That's what they all said. They said, "Boy, it tastes good. It's just really hot.
Yeah.
I can't feel my face." You know, so that kind of thing. But we was talking about some football stuff, and you know, it's good to see Big Easy going on and walking on there at Arkansas State University. And that's a good tackle right there. Good tackle right there by Cade.
Cade Hatton with a big hit.
And all those guys, but you know, they're still here. You know, they got it was good talking to them about football, and I don't think they made it out tonight. They're working on what I call the Dragon, which is Kimberly's first car. They're trying to get it running. And
you mentioned Booster Club. The green hoodies have been
yeah.
super popular.
Oh, yeah.
And it's crazy. As much as they've been advertised, I had 3 people this week text me and say, "Where'd you get that green hoodie?" I said, the Booster Club stuff. So they've been popular, and they are great hoodies. If you get a chance to support the Booster Club, they got all kinds of other items. That's been popular.
Absolutely. Yeah, that you know, the green hoodie was the first year we've ever done the Salute to Service hoodies. You know, the military honoring our military. November. We're in November now, and November is the Salute to Service month in the NFL, and so we got those hoodies made, and we sold out, and we got another order in, and we're almost sold out of them. I think Coach Phillips has bought about 4 of those hoodies. He bought 2 more today, so I'm not sure who he's buying for. He may be buying Christmas presents. I don't know. But
Coach Phillips?
Yeah, Coach Phillips bought like 4 of them. So anyway, I see there's another, I can't remember his first name, but his last name is Garcia. I see him down on the sidelines wearing one. And Alex, I believe his name is Alex Garcia. Real nice kid. Talked to him last week. And then I see several other coaches down there wearing them. But yeah, they're good hoodies. Along we got hats and umbrellas and blankets, and we'll continue to sell that stuff during basketball as well. So, Athletic Booster Club, 100% of their profits go towards supporting the kids. Nonprofit organization, and everything goes right back to these kids. And so we're just proud to be a part of it. It's going to be a false start.
Well, John, the Pinners are out there watching us this week. DJ said it must be nice to Brent to be able to sneak away to the Deerwoods, but there was still work here to be done.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah,
really? Yeah.
DJ's hitting it hard out there, and I talked about his cotton last week, and I got home and it was out, but it was some good looking cotton.
Was it some good looking cotton? Yeah. Well, he may have been working on it while we were talking about him. I don't know who has that ball. Oh, Kate had it. I was watching Jake.
It's always good when the crowd's quiet because you got a huge lead.
Very rarely we run out of things to talk about, but you know we try to talk a little bit about football and whole lot about other stuff. We don't know a whole lot about football. We're football fans, but anyway.
Well, we do know everybody's probably ready to get the election over with next
Right?
week.
Yeah, that's on Tuesday.
Thank goodness we've got about 3 or 4 more days, maybe.
Yeah, that's on the next Tuesday. Go vote.
You
that's
should.
The only
right.
only way that you get a voice is if you voice it in the voter booth. It's a good run right there by Jake. He just throwing.
Yeah, in every yard there.
They're trying to arm tackle Jake Osmond. That's never going to work. They're going to have to hit him low for the tackling because he's a stronger kid. He's small in stature, but he's a strong kid, and he can break those tackles.
Well, if you're a college football fan, we're to that time of the year where it gets really exciting and a lot of good ball games on tomorrow.
What's on tomorrow?
The Biggie's Tennessee, Georgia.
Oh,
number
man.
1, number 2.
What time is that game?
That
we
is
gonna watch that together?
Yeah, that's a 3 o'clock game.
Are we still friends?
Yeah, we are. We can watch it 2:30.
Yeah, I'm
home
here.
alone.
I'm gonna come. Huh?
I'm home alone.
Really?
Yeah. You can come entertain me with Cook.
Oh heck yeah! I'm coming home. I'm coming over.
But
I can bring some chili.
Now they play. I have to warn you though, the Hogs play at 3, so it'll be a lot of back and forth. I need to figure out another TV.
They're playing Liberty, right?
Yeah, and they're playing Liberty, number 23 in the country. And
Hugh Freeze.
Hugh Freeze,
my old neighbor. He's a heck of a coach.
He is. I mean, he's on the tip of everybody's tongue for any of these openings.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of good football tomorrow, and
surely he wouldn't go to Auburn, right?
To me, Auburn's the worst job in the SEC.
You think
because
so?
they expect you to win 9 games a year and beat Alabama, and it's just not going to happen. Not as long as Saban's alive.
And you're recruiting against Alabama every single year. Yeah,
it's the one job I would not want.
Yeah,
but it pays well, even if you get fired.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Evan with that spin run that he does.
We haven't seen Evan with the ball a whole lot tonight. He scored once, but I hate to use the word they haven't need him, but they've had some big plays from Murphy, Cade Hatton, Parks McNair.
Right. When do you pull your players that you know is going to play a lot next week?
I'm not so sure. I don't pull them.
First half, or
I think you start squeezing some of your underclassmen in right now.
Yeah,
I
think so too, because you don't want some freak accident happening.
Yeah.
And then they don't get to play the playoff game next week.
And it's a tough call as a coach. It is senior night, so you want those seniors to get plenty of playing time. But this is not their last game.
No, it is not. There's Murphy again with a big run.
Murphy outran the camera on that.
Yeah,
he's got wheels.
Yeah. I think he's trying to get 300. Does he know? He may know. He may know the numbers.
He may. I'm guessing he probably does.
I think his brother Jackson's the one that keeps up with those numbers, so
he's got to be getting close. He had a 64-yard touchdown, and then I know he's had 3 or 4 carries.
So the 300 is for what again?
The 300 is to get to 4,000 total yards.
4,000 total
through
yards.
his junior and senior
year.
year.
I got you. Wow, that's
a lot of yards.
That's good. Yeah, well, I mean that means he got 3,000 last year because he just got to 1,000 this year. Yeah. So that's pretty crazy right there.
Hatton with the ball.
Yeah, direct snap right to Cade Hatton. He's going to cut around the corner. Going to take it up. It's going to be a touchdown.
He is taking it to the house. Touchdown,
Wildcats. So that's going to be a running clock. I think. Well, I mean, I hate to mention it, but against Pocahontas, I think we had a running clock the whole second half. So.
A lot of people think Auburn will pick up a much-needed win tomorrow as they play Mississippi State.
Yeah, you think so? I think so too. I can't talk a whole lot of trash because I
can't say anything. They beat us this year.
My Kentucky Wildcats did get stomped last week by the Tennessee Volunteers, which is a really good football team, and I hate to even say that because I'm a Kentucky Wildcat fan, but
what are they going to do in basketball this year?
Wildcats did beat Mississippi State, so that was a big win for us. But I watched them last night. That kick is up and good there by Garcia, 41-0. 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Kentucky played an exhibition game last night against Kentucky State and beat them by 50. They had
was it Sheboy
Sheboy's back.
He's a beast.
Sheboy's back. He come back to win number 9. They're trying to win their 9th national championship, and Arkansas this year chose to play an exhibition game against Texas.
which ended up being a bad call.
It was not a good call. I think those exhibition games need to be some, maybe a D3 school or D2 school or something. But that was a number 12 against a number 10 in an exhibition.
Well, and the Hogs, this is new territory for us.
Yeah.
Kentucky's done, but we've got freshmen, and it takes a while to gel.
You got freshmen, and then you got the move-ins. With the transfer portal now, the move-ins are just. That's what Kentucky has now. I mean, they're even more than the freshmen, but that you like to have those move-ins because the move-ins are usually somebody that graduated and now they still have eligibility because of all these eligibility through the COVID years, and so now you're mixing the freshmen with the seniors, and I think Calipari's done a great job there at Kentucky, and that's something that Musselman is having to do as well, is mix the seniors. He almost dropped that ball, but mixing the seniors in with those 5-star freshmen. But yeah, I mean that's something that Arkansas is going to play great. I love their coach. I mean I'm not an Arkansas fan, but I love their coach. I really do, and I think he brings so much fire to the Arkansas basketball bench, and I think they're going to play well.
I do too, and it's hard for me not to be mad about the loss. But I was reminding somebody this week. I said, if you'll remember in early January, Arkansas had been given up on. Like they weren't even talking about them making the tournament.
Yeah.
Not in the mix. They went on like an 18-game winning streak. I think it was 17 games, and ended up in the Elite Eight.
Right.
Beat Gonzaga.
Yeah, they did.
So,
they did, absolutely. We almost caught that.
College basketball is just so competitive.
It is. It is. And is it next year where Arkansas and Kentucky have to play twice? I believe they play twice next year.
Yep.
Calipari wasn't a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of that because that's the one game I want Kentucky to win. And now I got to worry about it twice.
Yeah. And Calipari was honest about it. He said, "Why would I want to play one of the best teams in the country twice when I don't have to?"
That's exactly right. So anyway, I can't wait till college basketball is my thing. I love watching it, and especially March Madness. Right back. Man, that quarterback just threw that right at his feet. I'm not saying they're giving up, but I don't think they are. I think they just slipped out of his hand. But they just don't have very much fire over there, and you probably don't at 41-0 in the first quarter or first half.
Well, I mean, that pass nearly could have been a fumble.
Right.
A yard or so back behind the line of scrimmage. They're still going to spread it out. I kind of thought we might see Harrisburg just concede to running the ball to get out of here, get the clock ran down, but Trumann they're going to have a chance to get the ball back and score again.
One thing that we can say about Trumann, and I think the success that we've had, and we've had some losses this year, but the losses we've had to Gosnell and the loss we had to Rivercrest, those games were a lot closer than what people can see on the scoreboard. I went to both those games, and but one thing that I picked up is these guys are fired up about being on defense. They love playing good, hard defense. They love getting in there, getting after that quarterback, getting interceptions, and that's one thing that has kept us close in these games that against better teams that we've lost to, and also being able to do things like this against a Harrisburg team where we can just come in and just they're having problems moving the ball more than 5 yards. It's because of our defense. I'd tell him to get away from that ball. Yeah, just run away from it.
There's some chatter out there. People are curious where Kentucky's been the last couple of years in the NCAA tournament.
I agree 100%.
I'm giving you a hard time.
I agree 100%.
Last year was crazy.
Last year was unthinkable. I think they had a fantastic team. Kentucky wasn't prepared for that team, and
it just goes back to how competitive college basketball is.
That's it. But that's what March Madness is all about. It's David versus Goliath every single year. And
what is the link out there, John, that people can watch this game at?
If you can.
My own wife's asking me. I told her to go to the school website page, and it should be on there.
Well, you know what? I'll just text it to her.
Yeah.
I just
let her know. Lori's sitting in Kennett, Missouri tonight.
She's
visiting with her mom.
Just can't wait to hear you.
I guess she wants to hear that voice.
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree.
She's like, talk to me, hubby.
Hold on a second. We'll give me.
So the Wildcats take a timeout. I think they took the time. Yeah, I think the Wildcats took a timeout.
We'll be honest. We're not really paying attention. So.
We've taken care of business tonight. With Trumann's up 41-0, 4:35 to go here in the second quarter.
1 second. Let me get this link sent over. There we go. Taylor's coming right at her. The link to the game. 41-0. Trumann Wildcats take over with 4:35 left in the first half. An exceptional, like we said before, exceptional defense that's been shown by our team tonight, and good for some of these freshmen, and good for some of these kids that don't get to play a whole lot. They're going to get to play this second half.
And senior night, and we've got great weather, so people can sit out here and watch the game. And
another good run
it's
here.
going to be Donovan, the freshman.
Yeah, the freshman's going to take off, and that's the future.
Yeah.
That's the future right there of Wildcat football.
I'm going to look and see if I see his dad. I know he follows the ball usually.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him run across in front of us, but he usually follows the ball.
That's what I like about the freshmen being able to play, is because they get a chance. They're going to show what they can in front of the big crowd on Friday night, and one game away from playoffs. And
it makes for a huge weekend for those freshmen.
Absolutely.
You've looked forward. This is the big stage, and you're getting to play on it.
And I guarantee there's no bigger fans than the seniors that are getting to watch them play. So have it down there. You can see.
Now, my warning to all these kids out there, maybe I'm showing my age. You've got a playoff game next week. Don't go out and celebrate too hard and do something crazy tonight or this weekend. Be smart.
Be smart. Absolutely. We're not going to cut you any breaks just because you're on the football
That's
team.
right.
But don't go out and do something stupid.
So it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Wildcats. Illegal motion on that last call. That'll be Tony Postel, the sophomore.
Tony Postel with some big yards.
And Tony runs hard. He fumbled it.
They gave it back, right back.
Yeah, Tony knew it. He jumped up and clapped his hands, but
Cubitt first one out on the field.
Well, and
on defense, he's ready to play.
And that, I hate to say you want things like that to happen, but that's a learning.
That's it.
For Tony, you got to hang on to the ball.
That's exactly right.
I bet he hangs on to it tighter the next carry. But yeah, Cubitt actually played with his dad, and his dad was a phenomenal athlete.
Yeah.
Had good size as well, but he's going to be fun to watch the next 3 years.
Yeah. Let's see. Big 35 right in the middle.
There he was.
There he is. I mean, he's in the backfield every single play.
Well, him and Carson Smith are going to be a big disruption up the middle next year.
That's their job. That's their job. When you're on the defensive line like that, your job is to get in there and just disrupt that backfield. And I mean, he has an interception tonight. Which he would probably never thought he was going to get, but if he just pitched it right to him and he took it.
He was there.
Yeah.
And we talk a lot about Coach Phillips, but his wife Lindsay Phillips, probably one of the biggest Wildcat fans, and definitely his number one supporter on the sideline every week.
Yeah, I get to stand down there with her on away games, and
she's passionate.
She's great. She's passionate. She wants to turn around and yell at the crowd if they're yelling at the coach, but just because she's so passionate about the game, she loves all these guys. They love her. She's like the mom of the team to all these players, and she stands down there and loves ringing that bell. She's ringing a lot tonight.
Yeah, she's got to ring it a lot tonight.
Yeah, she's great.
You got to have thick skin as a coach's wife. You sit in the crowd, you're gonna hear people mouth your spouse. I don't know that I could do it. But
I don't know. She wore a T-shirt earlier this year. I'm telling off one or two.
Yeah.
But she wore a T-shirt earlier. She said, "Tell it to Jesus, because the coach ain't listening." So I thought that was pretty good right there. That's her character, though. I mean, it's like I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah,
Lindsay now works in the high school office. Heard Andrea Pippinger do a fine job.
Yeah.
In the high school office.
I saw Andrea Pippen. She's here at the game. But she's not going to hear her shout out, so we try to give people some shout outs here. And Is your dad here tonight?
He is. He's here. He's made it to. He even went to Rivercrest last week.
Oh, did he?
So he's
Did he?
after a knee replacement surgery.
Oh yeah, I see
getting
your
around
brother.
well. And
Your brother down there. Is your other brother on the chains?
I have no idea. I didn't even see Chad. So
Chad's sitting right down there with Bianca.
I don't know if Brad's over there running chains or
Yeah,
not.
we have Ed Hall and a couple other veterans. They run.
Oh, he's got drill this weekend.
Oh, he's got drill.
Yeah.
Okay, they run the chains for us here. That was something that they started this year. They said, hey, they answered the call as most veterans do. Whenever we needed some people to run the chains for the home game, Ed said, hey, we're going to get a set of veterans and we're going to do it. And I
did
love
you
that.
guys? Did
Yeah.
the Booster Club donate hoodies? I think to the couple
I-
of them.
I-
Somebody
well,
bought them or something.
Yeah, well,
Somebody-
yeah. I'm not sure about that, but hey, that's a long pass right there.
Good throw.
He caught it. It's gonna be
That was a good
touchdown.
catch and
Yeah.
throw. Good for Harrisburg.
Yeah, good for Harrisburg. They're going to score a touchdown there with minute 21 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, that ball was placed perfectly.
That's a good throw. That's a good throw right there. They've been trying to open that up all game long and hadn't been open until just then. And threw it right where his receiver could catch it. And it's going to be a touchdown for Harrisburg. There you go, Miss Kimberly. That's a touchdown for Harrisburg.
We do appreciate everybody that tunes in and watches us. Or I guess watches the game, listens to us maybe. We enjoy it. We know we're good material to.
I forgot to put the ads up till just now, so I apologize, sponsors.
Right. Well, get plenty of airtime
Yeah,
in the
you
second
get
half.
plenty of airtime. I just now thought of that. So I was actually thinking about Stitch and Screen because that's who Ed Hall's wife works for, and that's where we get all of our stuff. And they're one of our sponsors, and just as Southern Bank's one of our gold sponsors as well. And so we appreciate all the sponsors for the Athletic Booster Club and.
Got a lefty here.
A left footer, huh?
I'm a left footer.
You're a left
I do
footer?
everything right handed, but I kick left footed.
You know, I just had one of my police officers figure out that he can shoot better left-handed. Oh, that's almost blocked.
Almost
Yeah,
blocked.
he asked me. She said, Chief, can I have two guns because I can shoot with both hands? And I was like, no, we're just going to go ahead and get you a holster to shoot with that left hand. He goes out and I got some really good guys that work for him, man. They do a real good job. It's a hard job, but they do it really well, and they're motivated about fighting crime and making Trumann a better place. And
Well, you got a good crew, and they interact well with the community. Which I think is important. You
Yeah.
see these guys at games,
Yeah.
and you know.
I talked to Zach today, that one is left-hander. He's like, I'll be at the game tonight. He's working. He said, but I'll be out there at the game. They, he graduated from Trumann, so they like coming to the games. Even the ones that weren't, they're not from Trumann. They bought hats. So and I told them, I said, if you buy a hat from the Booster Club, you can wear it on duty. So they're wearing.
That's a good idea.
They're wearing all Trumann hats, 10-8 for on Friday nights to represent the Trumann Wildcats, and we appreciate that. And like I said, I've got a good group of guys and girls that work for us, and we're proud. We do have a job opening for dispatcher, so there's a shout out for that.
Nice.
But if anybody's want to tell cops where to go on a daily basis, you can do that. So.
This week you guys were honored with the thin blue line on
Man,
the catwalk. That was neat.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, we posted that on Facebook. The Trumann Public Works, they wanted to do something to honor the fire department as well as the police department, and they put a thin blue. That's a onside kick recovery by Trumann.
Now, DJ Penner's getting me a little bit excited over here. He's telling me I've got tickets to the Arkansas-Kentucky game this year.
Oh, really?
He said,
Really?
tell John he'll know where we're sitting at. DJ will hold through too. I have not been. The last time I went to a Kentucky Razorback game, gosh, it's been
Who did I see?
15 years
Did
ago.
I see DJ the last time I went there? I know I saw somebody.
They're season
from
ticket
Trumann.
holders, so I bet you may have.
It may have been DJ that I saw there last time that I went, and Kentucky just destroyed him. It wasn't even close. Calipari got thrown out, and it wasn't even close. I mean, you know what? I tell you, I'm not an Arkansas fan, but that atmosphere in that stadium,
Oh, it's
Bud
loud.
Walton Stadium, is. I mean, I've never been to a game, unfortunately, in Rupp Arena, which I think is probably not. But I have to say, it can't be as good as the one in Arkansas. But anyway, one more bad thing about the Trumann Public Works, they put up the thin blue line on the catwalk, and man, it's a privilege to serve the community, but being honored like that is pretty special. We want to thank those those guys. And anyway, that I think it was DJ that I saw at the game. I may have.
It's been a while since I've been over there.
Been a couple years ago, and so I guess it will be at Arkansas this year. We may have to go. We may have to go.
It's in March. That would be a good time.
Oh,
right there when it gets real. It could be a.
Yeah, they play them at the end of the season typically. So, but it's going to be a timeout. Who called the timeout? Somebody called the timeout.
I think Trumann burned the timeout on that.
41-7 with 41 seconds left in this half. I think we got a score for a running clock, don't we?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it has to be 35. So,
the official letting Trumann know they got one timeout left, and Harrisburg's got one timeout as well. Harrisburg will get the ball after the half. Trumann opened the game, received, went down and scored on their very first series. Murphy Williams drove them down the field. And it was capped off by a pass to Efron Garcia.
another pass right here to Parks, and he's got it wide open. He's going to score.
Yeah, nobody's getting him.
Nobody even close.
I mean, right on the money. Just a little slant by Parks, McNair.
Heck yeah, that was a great football play right there.
And that's another 53 yards.
Yeah, sure he's getting
through the
close.
air. So.
Sure he's getting close. Who's doing the numbers out there?
Yeah, if Grant Henley, if you're there, if you can tell us how close Murphy could be to 300 total yards.
It's a good turn. I mean, we need to minimize this a little bit so we can get the chat pulled up here, maybe. Chat is. I don't know how to get the chat pulled up here. Now, I exited out of that a while ago, so let me get him back over here to. So, his extra point is good by Efren Garcia, so that puts us 48-7 with 34 seconds left in the first half. What a great game.
A great way to go into the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care who you play. If you put up 48 points in one half, you get the other team scratching their head. And I was told this week that somebody had ran into Star City coaching staff and they're scouting us. They were sending somebody over tonight. They said, "You guys are the type of team that make us nervous."
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're showing them something tonight for sure.
Yeah. And we have. I mean, 2 weeks ago we had a big win against Blyville, and that was a game we were not supposed to win, and we just come out and played good football.
And that was a big defensive game for us. And
they got the Coach Phillips laminated faces down on the sideline. Lindsay's got one. Peyton Callahan has the other. Now Aiden McKay.
Hey, they're having a good time on
what
senior
it's
night.
all about.
That's absolutely. They love their coach. All right, looks like Evan Garcia is about to kick it deep.
Well, and kudos to Harrisburg. They traveled well tonight.
They did.
It's been a long year for them, and they still had a good crowd on hand, and fair catch is called.
We're still in the first half. It's 34 seconds left to go. Seems like it's been a long first half, but a very eventful one for the Trumann Wildcats.
My wife is wanting to make sure we announce who wins the purse at halftime.
Oh, okay, yeah.
34 seconds.
I think you got to be here to win it. So.
Yeah, Kristen changed it, present to win. I hope you put my name on the ticket.
Yeah, or my name. So. But
again, the FBLA giving away a designer purse that's worth $1,500, and they'll be giving that away tonight at halftime, as Miss Austin should be making her way up here any minute.
All right, Harrisburg got it. Got the ball at the 34-yard line. 34 seconds left to go. They're going to try to score again. They're going to throw it deep. That's exactly. Ooh, we almost intercepted it.
Got
Nobody
twisted
there.
on our
What happened?
feet. I don't know. I think they kind of got tripped up. As you got the freshman out there, so maybe a little bit of confusion, and then Gavin Greenwald kind of got tripped up.
They, I think we know what that play is. That's the same play they scored on us earlier.
Yeah.
So they got an extra safety out there to. Or I guess that's a defensive back out there that didn't follow the other receiver that slanted on the inside.
Yeah. So Harrisburg will have to spread it out with 4 receivers. I'd like to see old Cubitt or Carson Smith get back there for a sack on this play.
Chris Nance, the best 34 to ever play football at. Oh, that's a big tackle. Chris Nance, best 34 to ever play Trumann football, says that he is here tonight, guys, and he is in shorts. So he just made the comment. So I knew you would be, Chris. I've never seen you out not in shorts. So thank you for coming back and supporting your alma mater.
Yeah, the legend said he couldn't understand why that jersey was not retired in '96 and how you were even able to wear it in 2000. But 34, that was popular back in the day. Good old Bo Jackson's number.
Yeah. Yo, Bo Jackson, probably the best athlete to ever live.
Have you ever seen the 30 for 30 on him?
Yeah, I have.
Shoots a bow with his toes.
Yes, yeah.
Gosh,
He's ridiculous.
It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. And Auburn, he went to Auburn.
Yeah, he was a big Auburn guy.
Yeah. Baseball and football.
All jokes aside, I am a Mike Leach fan.
Yeah,
I have to admit, I wanted him in Fayetteville before we hired Pittman, and it's worked out for both teams, I think, better. And
I agree. You know, I was a fan when he was at Texas Tech with what was that
Nearly
guy
intercepted
named Graham?
again.
It was Graham something and Michael Crabtree.
oh yeah, they had Crabtree.
Yeah, and dude, they beat Texas that year. I remember listening to it on the radio.
Yeah, well, air raid.
The air raid, man. Yeah, just an unbelievable football. That's the end of the first half. It's 48-7. Your Trumann Wildcats lead. And we're going to take a break here, and we'll see you back for the second half. Back live here for a second. I believe the band is doing a tribute. I'm sorry I didn't know that y'all couldn't hear the band.
Band, and I think these uniforms are new this year.
Well, they look good, don't they?
Yeah, they do look good.
Kevin up here in the booth. Since it's the last game and we're winning big, we thought we'd mess around with a few things, and you guys get to look at us now. So Kevin's over there just chowing down on some barbecue nachos.
Kind of like Marty and McGee.
Yeah,
they're always trying the food. I'm trying the local favorite,
just doing a Coke Zero, but yeah, I would love to jump into those, but you know,
they are good.
Work gives me gout, so I can't do it. We'll try to be quiet here so y'all can hear some of the band.
Your first drum major there was Gunnar Shanoan. Your drum major here, Tyler Warden. Nice job by the Trumann Marching Band.
Absolutely.
TJ Burgess. TJ and I graduated together.
Really?
And he comes back and helps with the band, and he can't hear this, so he won't get the big head. But hey, thank you guys. TJ with a lot of musical talent himself.
Let's hit this door real quick. People coming in and out.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to munch on some, Kevin's
stuff
are they
is
done
good.
yet? They're not done yet. These may be the seniors.
Seniors, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, I like those uniforms. Those are sharp. It's always fun to see a football player or ROTC person in the band as well. Last week, we were over at Rivercrest, and it was like an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman was out there as a major, and
well,
I thought that was pretty cool.
And what's even more important about that is that their band leader and their coach support it.
Right,
You
right,
know?
absolutely.
Hey.
Absolutely. Can't hear what she's saying. Looks like they're honoring the parents as well as the seniors on the field. One of the band instructors there, we couldn't really hear everything that she was saying, but she's giving an honor shout out to the band members as well as their parents, and they'll be coming onto the field for a they're removing their hat.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Neat little tradition.
Yeah, it's a good tradition right there. Hats being removed and tears are flowing out there for some of them. You know, pretty big deal. You know, again, the band brings so much to a football game as well as basketball games, and we're proud to have a band and the good job that they're doing. They're growing, and I never was able to play any musical instrument, so.
Neither was I.
My hat's off to anybody that can play a musical instrument, and at a young age, Cosmo Kazi down there taking pictures and does a phenomenal job. We was talking about him today, taking sports pictures, and
he's been doing it for 30 years or better.
Yeah, absolutely.
You talk about kickers. I think old Cosmo Kazi was a kicker back in the day.
Did he play football for Trumann?
He played for Coach Greenwald, and I'm pretty sure he had a Bigfoot on him. I think maybe he could kick a 30 to 40 yard field goal in a regulation game one time. At least that's the
Wow.
legend I've heard
Man.
anyway.
Yeah, that's great.
I think he had a couple of brothers that were big football players for Coach Greenwell as well.
Both teams are back out on the field now. We got about 2:24 before the end. So we're gonna. Kevin's gonna finish up his barbecue
Man, nothing to
nachos,
hurt on 'em.
and we'll be back with you in just a second. All right, here we go for the second half. We just learned that we can y'all get to see our pretty faces here.
This will
So
be great.
yeah,
Right there into the Osmond Construction,
yeah,
followed by Misty Hitchcock.
yeah, right there. And I'm gonna try to move it. I'll get Justin over here to try to move that out of the way so you can see the full ad. But it's been the same ad we had all year. Those are the Trumann Wildcat, our Trumann Athletic Booster Club fanatic sponsors. Proudly supported the Trumann Wildcats.
Just watching the defense there, it does appear Coach Phillips has pulled the starters. I see quite a few underclassmen, freshmen running out on the field. So this second half, you'll get to see what the Wildcats have coming up through the pipeline.
Absolutely.
Players.
There's my guy, number 21, Preston Wood.
P. Wood out there.
Yeah, absolutely, P. Wood.
Yeah, I think this is the majority of your junior high team, or at least the freshmen anyway, on the field right now.
I think that's going to be an offside, I believe. Yep, offsides. I think we got a little. They got a little anxious. They're wanting to get after that quarterback, and jumped offsides. I love it. I love that the freshman team is going to get out there and play, as well as the players that don't get to play all the time. This is a great experience for them. Any in-game experience that they can get is phenomenal.
Not 100% certain. I think this may be Pippinger on the near side, number 17. Is he 17?
Pippinger's 20.
Is he 20?
Yeah, we may not have all the numbers. But we got barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
on the
I've
roster.
smeared some on.
Yeah, there's Jay there, but I know he's number 20. And then Preston's 21, or P. Wood. 17. Is that Aiden Hammonds?
That is Aiden Hammonds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. That's Aiden.
17. Yeah. Okay.
Aiden, a sophomore. Aiden was the junior high quarterback when they were freshmen, and his dad, big football player for the Wildcats back in the mid to late 90s, more mid 90s.
Playing about 8 yards off that receiver.
Yeah,
They're gonna exploit. They'd like to go to the right side. Looks like they're gonna throw the left side this time though. It's a one-on-one coverage out there and overthrew
Harrisburg's
him.
quarterback's got a decent arm.
He does. Yeah, he can toss it around a little bit for sure.
These Wildcat faithful have hung around tonight as we still got a good crowd on hand, even though the Wildcats have taken care of business, 48-7. Looks like we're going to get a decent amount of rain tonight, maybe a little bit of wind and some storms, John.
Supposed to turn off cold tomorrow, isn't it?
Right, it's supposed to be just chilly, I think.
Chilly? Yeah.
Good football watching weather.
Yeah, absolutely. Good day to not to get off the couch.
Yep.
You know, I'm watching a great, and I mention this stuff all the time, but I'm watching a series that was on between 2014 and 2018 called Scorpion, and hopefully I'll get caught up on that tomorrow.
I have not watched that, but I've heard people.
Man, I love it. It's about a group of geniuses that Scott. He actually in real life he does have a 197 IQ. Wow. And they it's not really believable because they basically save the world every single show. You know, it's kind of like that show 24. It's like he saves the world every single day, you know, of his life, and it doesn't always happen that way. But they'll run right there by their quarterback or by their running back and.
And if you're Harrisburg, you want to keep playing hard here. We got a flag, so it may be coming back as a hold, but you know, keep playing hard. I mean, this is where you get better, believe it or not. I mean, this is the kind of game. If you're Harrisburg, you think about it all summer. You think about it in the off season, and you don't want to go 15 minutes down the road and get throttled like that again.
Right.
So,
yeah. He's not happy about it.
15-yard penalty, so.
Looks like 24 is trying to calm down. 58, I believe. What's up?
My main man, Justin Smith.
Justin Smith coming on back in here.
Mr. Smith.
Did you figure out the chat?
So it will be first and about 14 for the Hornets. Call it first and 13.
Why is it so hot? Can we move this over or up where they can see just a tad?
Ball's in the air, pass completed.
Unlock it. Okay.
They will pick up the first down and a little more.
Go to the top of it. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. I just didn't want to cover up that. Man, it's so hot. You feel that heat coming out of there? Is that just you? Are you that hot, Justin?
It's all that equipment.
All that? Okay, he says, I'm here tonight. Hello, Cassandra Martinez.
Cassandra, glad you tuned in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
I did see Chris Nance at halftime.
Yeah.
He is wearing shorts.
He is wearing shorts. That was verified.
You could get away with it tonight, and Harrisburg will score.
Harrisburg got a touchdown there.
Ran in by number 7 for the Hornets, and we apologize. We don't have a roster for the Hornets. Heck, we don't even have an accurate roster for us.
Yeah,
but the new jerseys, I don't think there's an updated one.
There's not, and we got barbecue sauce on our old roster.
That's when you know it's got to work.
I don't know. I gotta get that check.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. I can look at it on my phone if we need to.
So 48-13, the extra point
I don't know
try is up,
I exited a while ago,
and
and I
it
thought,
is good. He booted that one through.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was a good kick.
48-14. Your Trumann Wildcat lead. The clock is a running clock. Man, I started to say that is the fastest quarter we've had.
Yeah. Because I forget, I think the rule is once it starts running, it doesn't stop, even if you cut into it.
Right. That's right.
So congratulations to all of our seniors tonight. Again,
it's
senior night, and your cheerleaders all wearing senior sashes. Our band recognized at halftime. All senior athletes, band members were honored prior to the game as their parents were able to walk them out on the field. And I tell you, it telling me that when I was, the kids were small, and we're down to one more left in the house, and he's a sophomore, and I can't believe I've already got 2 that have graduated.
I know.
Just goes
I was
quick.
thinking about that the other day about you. I was like, man, it won't be long until it's going to be empty nest for you, unless Luke just kind of hangs around.
Yeah.
And, it's never really an empty nest if your kids are only 15 minutes away.
Yeah,
I know you enjoy the family time when they get to come down. And
It was kind of funny last Saturday. It was the first time we'd had all 3 of the kids at home in over a month. And we were excited about it, and then Sunday about 2 o'clock, Rory was ready for everybody to go home.
Yep, that's
It was like, okay,
exactly how it would probably be at my place.
it was good, but time to go home.
Yeah, it's always it's about like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what, guys, we really enjoy seeing y'all, but it's time to go home.
Well, we've got next Friday night, the Wildcats will travel to Star City for their playoff game. Also, Veterans Day, there will be a Veterans Assembly that will be. Usually they have it at the old auditorium, which is off of Pine Street.
Right.
Open to the public if you get a chance to come watch the Veterans ceremony.
I want to go ahead and announce the cheerleading thing again tomorrow. My wife will be happy. Cheer competition tomorrow at Brooklyn High School. It's Saturday at Brooklyn High School. The junior high competes at 9:06 in the morning, and the senior high right after them at 9:54. So 9:06, 9:54 for the cheer competition as well. And a lot of things happening. It's an exciting time of year. We're coming up on holidays. The school, next semester, the 4-day school week goes from Monday to Thursday. So you'll have a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off next semester, which is exciting. That's P. Wood right there, isn't it?
That would be.
Is that P. Wood? No? I saw a 20 something.
Yeah, that's him.
That's good. There we go. 21. That's what I'm talking about, P. Wood.
I have gotten a lot of good comments on people getting to see our faces.
Oh, really?
Miss Julianne Pinner says I have a face for TV.
Yeah, you do? Well, yeah. Well, I
That's
don't.
me.
So I'm glad you do.
Jace Passmore, better be careful.
Yeah. Oh,
Not
yeah.
the
We're
only
coming.
local talent.
Yeah, absolutely. We're coming for your job, Jake.
Jace, I'm watching. So it'll be Tony Postel with the ball.
Direct snap to Tony. He's going. Hope he gets some yards here. Last time he had it, he coughed it up.
He picks up about 6 yards, call it maybe 5 to 6. See Mackenzie Williams there, and she's had a constant smile on her face tonight, but she should. Murphy had a outstanding game, and really only in one half. We're not going to see Murphy here in the second half with probably none of the starters.
It's always fun to see these other guys excited about playing football. A lot of times they don't get to play a whole lot of minutes. They're more fill in, but they'll get their chance next year for sure.
Yes, they will.
Most of these will. Direct snap and going to 16. That's Donovan again, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah, the freshman Donovan.
Yep.
Tony Postel. Again, in our offense, so many guys can get the ball, but usually you kind of have what you would call your quarterback, and Postel stepping into that role with the senior Murphy Williams getting a break for the rest of the night. We talked about Rico earlier. He'd love to be out there right now.
Oh,
Rico,
yeah.
another
Rico
solid
would.
athlete in that sophomore group. But he'll be back around Christmas, I hear. So
that's good. We're going to need him in basketball.
Donovan with the ball again. Picks up the first down and more down the sideline, makes a cut, down at about the 10.
That's a good run right there. I was actually watching P. Wood get tackled in the backfield. They thought he had the ball, and he got hammered. Uh-oh, we got a hold, it looks like. Flag on the play. Holding against the Wildcats. Good run, either way.
Clock will continue to run as we're about to be at the end of the third quarter here. The mercy rule in effect, under 40 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
Gavin Greenwell's going to come back onto the field.
Gavin's one we've not talked about a ton tonight, but man, he plays with so much hustle and a good athlete on top of it. He's had some big plays.
I think he's close to 100 tackles this year.
I would believe it.
Yeah, I think he's close to it. He's averaging about 10 a game. And if he hadn't got him, he's pretty close.
He's played defensive back safety for most of the year. With the injury to Gavin Morgan, got moved to middle linebacker and played it well last week. But he's going to give you all he's got every play, and he's got the genetics for it. Of course, his grandpa being a 30-plus year coach for the Trumann Wildcats, and for a whole generation or two, Coach Greenwell was Wildcat football.
He absolutely was. Absolutely was. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. A quick one. That was exactly 12 minutes because the clock ran all the way through. Hopefully we can beat this rain. We didn't want to beat this rain. Well, I don't mind beating the rain this way, but we didn't really expect it. But Wildcats still with the lead at 48-14. It'll be another running. Hey, switch that on the board. I don't know what he's got. What's that on the board? What? What's going on the board? Oh, sorry. I was looking at it. It looked like he had it like he was walking with it or something.
He was.
Yeah.
That's my man.
Oh, it's all good. It's all Sorry, I had a malfunction there on the big board. The cameraman was walking with the camera and making everybody dizzy watching the board. All right, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter.
Brent Henderson promises he's going to get a big one tomorrow. So
he's going to kill a big one?
We will. Oh.
Who has a big hit?
Man, and you'll see that right there.
Who's at 12?
Donovan, hey, he jumped. I'll give it to him. He jumped right back up. But Donovan took a big hit too.
Yeah, that's Gavin. That's Gavin Greenwell. They both got hit.
Yeah, it was just.
That's really the chance you take.
It is. You don't want an injury, but you're right.
They're gonna unload on him. They get a chance.
I think he's all right. It shook him up a little bit.
He's probably done for the game, which is probably a good thing because we'll definitely need his abilities next week. His defensive abilities.
You look down there at Garcia. He's a big kid.
He's a big kid.
No, I mean,
he's a big kid,
6'1", 6'2".
Tall.
Broad arms.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we jumped on that one, but they let it go.
A good run by Harrisburg. Almost get the first down. It's going to be
Henderson with the run there, and it's pretty close. Second down. I was looking at a chat. Somebody said we were having a great coverage, guys. Thanks. That's from Levy Life Outdoors. Thank you, Levy Life Outdoors. We don't know what you are, but go support Levy Life Outdoors. Another long pass. That's going to be. Is that caught?
That's a great throw by the quarterback. It was a little bit behind him, but he had to get some air into it. I think the receiver just outran it. Yeah, it's completion.
Absolutely.
Down to the 4-yard line.
Catch right there.
These Hornets aren't giving up. Of course, there's no way of us knowing if they have underclassmen in or not. It looks like Harrisburg's a little thin on their roster this year. Not many kids on the sideline. And a lot of these smaller schools run into that.
I was making sure that wasn't Preston that got beat there on that, because I would have to give him heartache about it. But he was on the other side of the field.
Well, and it's definitely still a lot of football season left, or maybe not a lot, and he
touchdown
will punch
for the
it
Hornets.
in. But basketball for the girls, if you want to watch some early basketball, I think a week from Tuesday. No, it's this coming Tuesday.
This coming Tuesday.
They play at Greene County Tech.
At home?
No, it's at Tech.
At Tech, okay.
And then I think we're back home on Thursday night. And then the boys open up the following Tuesday against Rector at home.
Rector at home?
Yeah.
You got to watch Rector. They beat us last year.
They've got a coach's kid there that's
He was
solid.
unbelievable. That kid,
he shoots lights out.
Yeah, remember we went to Rector last year?
Yes, that's right.
Man, whoa.
Yeah, he just shoot. We got to see him during the summer. That's Coach Matt Mills there at Rector. He's a hometown guy, and his son's a junior, I believe. Might be a senior. That just shoots lights out. You can tell he's a kid that's been in the gym since he was 2 years old.
Right. 8:56 and counting down. 48-21. Wildcats still leading. They've got a couple of touchdowns here. We have most of our freshmen in, and I'd say B team, but the players that don't get to play all the time out there, but getting some good playing experience tonight. And Harrisburg able to make a really long pass right there and set that touchdown up. Good for them. again, we like the fact that every player gets to play. So that's pretty cool. They get to get out there and get on the field and get some high school football experience, because we talk about experiences all the time. And these types of games and these types of experiences are things that they don't forget about. And
well, and we certainly enjoy being up here too. We do give everybody a hard time, but we appreciate the Pinners and the Hendersons making us feel like at least somebody's out there watching.
I think we got like 32 people watching, so all 32 of y'all come over tonight. We had some chili at the house.
Right. Well, it's always fun when the Wildcats win. Harrisburg will try the onside kick, but
40. I was wrong. We have 44 people watching.
44 viewers out there tonight. It's been fun, and it's been a fun year.
It's been a fun year. I wish we'd had some more home games this year.
Yeah.
I think it was just a scheduling snafu, and hopefully we'll get that corrected by next year and get to see. Just because I just absolutely love this stadium. I love this atmosphere. I love what the traditions that coaches has brought to the team, and even the band tradition that I didn't even know about when they took the hats off me. Now that's pretty special, and something that they're going to remember the rest of their life.
Concessions are good. I mean, it's just everything.
Yeah. I mean, and plus everybody out there in Cat Pack land gets to hear us, so it's just a win-win. That spin move for Evatt. Looks like they put the seniors back in.
Yeah, they have. Murphy. I see Murphy, Callahan, Evatt obviously on the run.
I think they said they're not going to make this too close. It got too close for them.
Well, Coach might have said, "Hey, we come to play. It's part of it. We don't."
It looks like he's letting Garrett Woods, who's he's a volunteer coach, trying to finish out his college degree.
He's calling the plays.
I think he's calling the plays down there. He's going up to the. Let's see what kind of plays he's going to call here.
Garrett played on one of the better teams to come through Trumann.
He did.
He's a quarterback, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a quarterback. Absolutely.
That was in a time when I was still in Missouri, but I've heard a lot of good things. Flag down. I think it's going to be either a false, maybe offsides. That might have been a free play. I don't know.
Let's see what the white hat says here.
It was along the line of scrimmage. I'm just not sure if it's us or them.
Let's see what he has to call here.
We were lined up in the neutral zone, maybe. Or maybe we had.
It's going to be against Trumann. He's backing them up, but
you don't see it much. But it might have been offensive offsides.
Illegal shift.
Illegal shift
for against. Be a 5-yard penalty. We'll do that first down over. Or well, it won't be first down. We'll do a second down over again.
It's hard to believe we've made it to Week 10 in football, but I always say when that first game kicks off, you'll blink and it'll be Week 9 or 10.
Right, that's right. It's crazy how fast I can't believe we're November already in 2022. It's like the older you get, the faster it goes.
It does, for sure.
Enjoy your life because it goes by quick. There's another run right there by Jake Osmond.
Oh, and he just turf got the best of him on that. He's upset about it too. But
that turf just jumped up and tripped him, and
it's just a mishap.
Yeah, it does look like Woods and Cook down there calling the plays. So let's see the annexation of Puerto Rico. That'd be kind of neat.
Evatt says, "Leave me in, Coach."
These guys aren't wanting to come out of this game. They're like, "This is fun. This is when football's fun. No pressure. Just go out there, run the ball a little bit, and enjoy your last home game in a phenomenal place to play." There's Jake Osmond, who's going to be our guy next year, and running the ball again up the middle, and good run right there by Jake. And
Donovan, the freshman, will take the play call from Coach Woods. The ball's on the 21-yard line. It's 4th and short, and the Wildcats.
4th and short's going to go for it. 48-21, 3:42 running clock. Harrisburg on the other side yelling something. I can't hear what they're saying.
First down and more. Yeah.
Murphy must have heard it because he ran pretty good right there and got a first down.
8-9 yard carry for Murphy Williams. And again, we say it seems like it gets repetitive, but Murphy Williams, another stellar performance, put up a lot of yards. He's had big yardage plays in about 4 straight games. I know he's had it 3, maybe 4, but when I say that, 50-plus yard plays. And he's got the wheels if he gets out in open
quick.
country.
I had no idea how fast he was until last week, and he just outran the whole team, all of Rivercrest. He outran.
Postel with the snap, he'll fake the handoff, keep it,
He
but he's
brought way back, and he fumbled it again, but he was already down.
whistle had
Doesn't really
blown,
matter
and we're
now,
down to
I think we're-
almost the 2:30 mark.
Yeah, I think with this clock running, we should be able to finish this thing out here pretty quick. But
Well, I knew I liked the Wildcat combo, but I highly recommend the nachos too.
nachos is good.
I had both tonight.
Yeah, you had both tonight. Well, good. That's good. I did.
Give all them down there a shout out. If you they work.
They do.
You know, Janet Schmidt.
Janet Schmidt, you know, I tell you, she may be the hardest worker I've ever met.
No, hadn't had kids in school in a long time, and
Yeah,
she works.
and she helped Tara the Golden Girls out there at the TRC building after our tornado, and worked every single day. Even the days that they were closed, she was out there on a forklift, and just an unbelievable, phenomenal worker. And she works at the Band Booster concession stand every single night, and they do a phenomenal job. They changed up the menu, and they went with barbecue nachos tonight, and
they love this community.
Yeah,
this
they
year
do.
Janet gave away a basketball scholarship to
That's
a
right.
senior girl.
That's right. That's
which
right.
I thought was neat. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll see them at every ball game. Her and Mr. Wayne, and Mr. Wayne, a big supporter of the Trumann Country Club.
Right.
He's painted out there for free.
Yeah,
I mean, anything they need him to do.
They're both workers.
Yeah.
I mean, they just don't know how not to work. And
Hand off to
and
Preston
up there
Wood.
to P. Wood, he got hit in a hurry.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna feel that one.
Yeah.
78 said,
The
you know
big
what?
boy.
Yeah, hey, welcome to the game, Preston. He's like, I couldn't. Well, I mean, nobody there to block for him,
No,
so that's not. I'm not gonna give him too.
You
much.
guys did a great job tonight.
Yeah, good job, guys. We're not gonna give him too much grief about that one, but again, less than a minute left to go. The clock
Fourth
is.
down. This may be the
Well,
it can't be the last play.
Can't be the
but
last play. They just need to punt it and be done with it. They may run it.
Get a first
They may
down,
do it.
and it can be the last play.
If they
Maybe
call a
that's what they're
timeout, the
thinking.
clock will stop. Play clock is down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they are going to run a play. It's going to be Murphy. He says, I'm going to get another touchdown.
And he is.
No, it's not Murphy. It's not Murphy. Who is that, 16?
That's Donovan again.
It's Donovan.
So-
I thought it was Murphy. He was running like Murphy.
Man, Donovan, the freshman. Nobody told him he was a freshman.
No, he didn't.
He said,
And that
"What?"
should be the last. That should be the last play of the game, and that's going to be a Wildcat win on senior night. And the Wildcats bring home a big win, 48-21 on senior night. We're going to clap for all the seniors coming out to the middle of the field. And well, Kevin, that brings the end of the Cat Pack one more time this year, and we had a good time, and big win, and hope to see everybody next week in Star City. And we'll be signing off for the last time this year, and it was fun.
No, hey, we enjoyed it. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Congratulations to the seniors, Coach Phillips, this community, and let's bring a big crowd to Star City next week.
Let's bring a big crowd. All right, y'all have a good week.